Hey TubeViewers, TJ Pyramid here. Anvil. Anvil. If you haven't seen this movie, check it out. Even if you don't like heavy metal, check it out. Especially if you just want to see a great story about people that are stubborn, that persevere, that continue on and struggle to just to do what they love to do, whether they become huge, successful or not. They continue to do it. Check out Anvil. So anyway, on to the actual video for the day. I was looking around the AFI, American Film Institute, top 10 lists of all time, top whatever, and I was just kind of thinking, which I prefer video responses, but obviously you can just say it down in the comments below. I'm sure there's some of you out there who haven't seen any of the films that I'm about to mention, which is okay, because, yeah. But they're considered classics. Now, when I say classics, I mean like the, Citizen Kane's, The Godfathers, Casablanca, I guess even like a Schindler's List would be considered a classic now. The Wizard of Oz, Star Wars, 2001, On the Waterfront's Wonderful Life, Chinatown, E.T. To Kill a Mockingbird, etc., 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 Maltese Falcon. So in that classic sense, what is like the one film that's considered a classic that you have not seen? And if there's more than one, obviously, go ahead and mention it. But you haven't seen it because, one, maybe it just doesn't appeal to you, or two, maybe you just never got around to it. What's the reasoning behind you never seeing what's considered a classic film? For me, I would probably have to say boy, I would have to say I would probably have to go with Gone with the Wind. I have never seen Gone with the Wind, and here's my so-called reasoning behind it. One, I'm not a huge fan of Clark Gable. Two, the whole setting. Just, I don't know, the southern setting, the characters have just never really appealed to me. And three, if I'm not liking the first two things I mentioned, it's a really long film. So, yeah. So, what are some of the ones, or the one, that you haven't seen? And if you think you've seen all the classics, then hey. But yeah, I've just like some of the ones I mentioned. I guess one like I mentioned, Gone with the Wind, Godfather, Citizen Kane, Wizard of Oz, maybe even some animated ones like Pinocchio or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, maybe even some ones maybe people don't consider classics, but I do, like Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, King Kong, West Side Story, Taxi Driver, maybe even some Hitchcock, North by Northwest, Psycho. Maybe even some westerns, The Searchers, The Wild Bunch. So whatever, just of the list of classic films, what are just some of the big ones that you haven't seen, and why? Video responses would be appreciated. I'm looking towards you, Aaron, Penn, and Falagar. I know you guys like video responses. But yeah, it's open to anybody. If you don't want to do a video, just leave it in the comments below. If you haven't seen none of them, just be like, hey, TJ, hey, Joe, I haven't seen none of them. I'm not into classic films. Alright, that's cool with me. So there we go. There's my video. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Subscribe. Spread the word. And cheers. Thanks for watching.